Hi, this is Marina from Dance Star Astrology, bringing you your monthly horoscope for the next 2 months. So with March, it's a quieter month. Mars goes into Gemini now, so it's back to work after you've been enjoying yourself with passionate Mars in that lover's house. But now it is the house of your daily work, your daily grind, and also it is the house of health as well. So it could go two ways. You could feel very invigorated by it and you want to do very physical things, work that involves digging and gardening or whatever, some sort of more kind of heavy physical type of work. But otherwise, it can cause inflammation because it is the house of health as well. But generally, if you are drinking enough and putting that Mars into action, it shouldn't cause any problem there. Just don't let it sit around because it kind of catch fire. Mars just hates to be doing nothing. So yeah, it's smouldering in that 6th house there. The new moon is in Pisces, so this is new starts in the neighborhood. If you want to do some work in the neighborhood as well, like community voluntary work, that would put the Mars in the 6th house to some very good use. And also remember, the 6th house is also service to others. So this is community-based service to others. Your neighbours will appreciate you. On the 21st, there is a great Mars trine Saturn. So this is bringing together your self-esteem, your money, your cash. I mean, this is great for raising money for charity. That's what this one is. With that 6th house of daily work as well. It's definitely about teamwork. And also, if you wanted to start a new exercise routine, that would really help with your self-esteem as well. Get out and about. Mars in the 6th loves routines. Make sure you pencil in, every day, this is my exercise for the day. Mars will really appreciate that. So yeah, Mars trine Saturn, it's got a great deal of stamina. It puts speed and stamina together. You will stick to a routine with this one. So the 21st of March, make that a day of intention, set it in stone, and you'll probably keep to it. Especially though, on the 28th, Mars will be conjunct the North Node in that house as well. So this is the year of, if you haven't already got some sort of health routine going, it really is the year to put one into place, and one that will really change your health for the better for a long time to come, because you probably will stick to it with this one, because all the stress and strains that have been with you for so long with Capricorn, it's probably taken its toll on your physical health as well. So if you're starting to feel really drained, this is a way to make sure that you don't get totally drained and you are fit enough to deal with the amount of work you still have to do. Because the thing is, with having so much energy in Capricorn, you've probably set off a load of projects, but you haven't consolidated them yet, or they may not be earning money yet. But with all the energy now in the 2nd house, it's becoming more like it's generating some income. But again, you've still got to put the hours in and keep the pace up, because you've got to think of how you're going to manage in the long haul. And you can't boost that artificially with coffees forever. So, so you need to have long-term health for long-term stamina for the businesses and the success that has probably come with the stellium that's been in Capricorn. Then right at the end of the month is the full moon in your career house, which is different from your 6th house of work. It's your life calling, which may not be the house that actually makes you money. That's the thing. If you're lucky enough to be working your dream job, probably is. But here's a way of making it, to start moving the 6th house daily work into something that you really, really love doing with your heart and soul. So the full moon there may give you some idea of where you want to go, because Mars conjunct the North Node in that 6th house is definitely wanting you to push what you do every day into something that is your career, and in turn something you can earn money from as well. So we start May with the Joan of Arc square. It's Mars square Neptune, and Mars is still in that house of being of service. to others. Actually, it's more like a Florence Nightingale square in your case, but Neptune is the spiritual warrior when it matches up with Mars. With the square, though, sometimes there are problems with addictions, and with this one, I think the Mars will really help again with having a healthy timetable like last month, and continuing with making sure that you do stick to your routines, because routines can be pretty comforting. The body likes to do things over and over again. It feels safe that way. And also it keeps you on the straight and narrow when it comes to being tempted to take some forbidden fruit as well, if that's around you at this time. The new moon in Aries, probably safer to stay close to home if you do want to avoid being led into the path of temptation. Plus, there's a big old stellium in that house as well, with Venus and Ceres and Mercury all being there, with the Sun too. So invite people to your home. That way, whatever's in your home is all you have to get you into trouble. So unless you have a kilo of cocaine under your bed, I think you'll be fine. On the 17th, there's a really juicy Mars trine Jupiter, which brings your daily work house together with that second house of money again. So this is fantastic for being ambitious and really getting success when it comes to earning money. So whatever you put your mind to, whatever work that you do every day, should be very profitable at this time. And I would get all the big work out of the way in preparation for when Mars goes into your 7th house of marriage, where it can be really passionate, can cause a bit of passionate arguments as well with your spouse. So just bear that in mind. And it can also bring enemies to the fore as well, like open enemies. So at least you'll know who they are. But there could be aggression from those as well. So I would use the Mars trine Jupiter to state your position really clearly, be bold and confident about it, because then when Mars does go into the 7th house, you'll soon see who you've upset, but, you know, at least you've stated your position and it's very clear. You can just say, well, that's what I said before, so why are you getting angry about it now? No one can then accuse you that of being cunning or underhand. But I think this is going to be a great month for work-related stuff, because the North Node in your work house as well, that makes a nice trine to Saturn in your cash house. So everything should be moving in alignment with each other now. So you'll see that whatever you've been putting energy into and getting you onto your path as well, onto the right path that's nurturing for you, and one that is also where your soul needs to go to evolve, even if it is out of your comfort zone. You should be getting some clues about what a good decision that was, because it should be paying off now with Saturn in that cash house. Now, I know sometimes people say, oh, Saturn in the cash house is like money is tight, but not with Jupiter being there as well. And more likely it's about being prudent, it's about saving, it's about not splurging with it. And it's definitely about investing for the future and thinking in terms of your long-term goals with your work. But yes, also with what you want to do with your health as well. Like, do you want to lose weight? Is that the plan? Do you just want to get fit? Are you going to taper off something? That's another good way to use this time. You know, slowly cutting down sugar maybe. So it's always long-term pays off with Saturn, making that trine to anything in the 6th house. On the 26th, the full moon in Scorpio switches everything towards friends. Even though there's so much action in your 5th house of love affairs and fun, just use this time to have fun. Stop working, put down the pen, whatever, put down the spade, and just really enjoy yourself and be a bit hedonistic on the 26th of April. Because I'm going to tell you the complete opposite on the 30th, where Ceres is square Pluto. And this is Ceres coming from your home. So Pluto being in Capricorn, obviously you know this guy by now. It's been with you for so long. But with the square to Ceres, it could be that narcissistic parents raise their ugly heads, or any relative that is, or maybe a female relative that is very smothering over you. One who's very demanding of your time and being quite a vampire to your energies. So for that reason, you might have to isolate yourself just for a little bit during this time, just so you can cleanse yourself of these negative energies and give yourself time to resurrect again, because Pluto is all about resurrection. And that will also give you more time and energy to put into that North Node long-term goal that's happening in your 6th house of health and work. For the rest of the year, where it's all written in transcript for you, or if you're a member, you can also get the transcripts free every month as well. So thanks for listening. Take care. All the best. Bye-bye.